Hey everyone, today we are going to talk in detail about the new limited hero ERATO. First of all, let's talk about her skills. On the basic attack, single target, HP burning damage, 14% of her max HP to the target, and 1 layer of HP burning on the target. So let's check that on Ben Austin. That's what it does. On the first active skill, she's gonna deal 5 stages of attack, dealing HP burning damage, 5.2% of her max HP to random enemies. Each stage is gonna target a random enemy. It can be multiple times the same target, and in that case she's gonna inflict a 7-1 on the target. It can be cool for some content if you are lucky to hit multiple times the boss, for example on Gwyneth or in the Purgatory of 7 scenes. If you can't hit twice the boss in a row, you won't inflict the 7-1s, and then it can be hard to beat the stage. But then she has something more, 2 other effects on the first active skill. If the target falls down below 30% of HP for the first time during the battle, she's gonna cleanse all control effects from self and pursue and attack the target with that attack. I'm gonna attack Ben Austin again, and normally he should fall down below 30%. There we go, and normally she is casting the skill again. But then there is something more with the same skill. Every time a hero in your team is gonna lose 20% of max HP, she is gonna counter attack using that skill too. And that's what is gonna happen here. Look at that, my Nereid is losing some health, and now she is passively gonna cast that skill on enemies. Super efficient, it can be both strong in PvP and PvE. On the ultimate, she's gonna apply Resolute 2 on all your heroes, increasing their skill damage by 40%, and then she's gonna deal 5 stages of attack to all enemies, dealing 2.8% of her max HP and inflicting 1 layer of HP burning for 2 turns. That's the skill. So you deal some damage, and then the enemies fall down below a 30% HP, and she is passively casting the first active skill again. She is really nice, even without any exclusive at all, to deal some damage to enemies. When you check her passive, she is immune to pursuits and counterattacks when they are using basic attacks. I know that some heroes can pursue or counterattack with a skill, and that's not the case here, so Ben Austin wasn't able to make Catherine pursue my ERATO, and if I attack them when they are under counterattack, they won't be able to counterattack. It can give you a big advantage. In PvP, for example, if you have AppCoins in front of you, and if you are using a Ronai, she can't pursue your ERATO. So if she has the highest attack in your team, AppCoins in front won't be able to act and pursue your ERATO. So that's a good way to go. Let's check that. And no, she can't pursue my ERATO, so she won't be annoying. So she is a good hero to counter AppCoins in front in PvP. Still, passively, you can inflict 1 layer of magic sound every time the target is gonna lose 25% of max HP, or when you are attacking a target under HP burning status with one of your hero, and every layer of that debuff is gonna lower by 10% the mastery resistance of the target, up to 6 layers, and after that the next layer is gonna be converted into rich harmony, increasing by 2.5% the damage of the first active skill of ERATO on the target, up to 50 layers. So that's a way on a long fight to increase her damage by a lot. So for example, I'm gonna use that skill on them, they are gonna lose some health. Now Ben Austin has 1 layer of magic sound. I'm gonna use the basic attack of Hezonja, they have an HP burning, so normally they should both have 1 layer of magic sound after that. There we go, as you can see that one has more layers, and now she is pursuing them because they lost a lot of health, and she is just destroying everyone like that. So she is super strong even without any exclusive at all. The first exclusive is gonna enhance the passive. Every time an enemy is gonna be the target of a basic attack, an active skill, or a pursuing attack, she's gonna inflict directly 1 layer of magic sound on the target. And the cap of rich harmony is gonna be increased from 50 to 100. So on a long fight, she will have way more damage on the first active skill. So let's check that. I'm gonna use the ultimate, and they should get more layers of magic sound, that debuff, than before. And that's what happened. If you want to see the difference, now let's try without any exclusive at all. one magic sound only, but that's because he lost some health. The exclusive 2 is a masterpiece, a unique one, making the hero a huge hero to have in every situation, PvP and PvE. First of all, you are gonna have 15% more max HP on all your heroes. For example, I had a 300k on my ERATO and my Hezonja, and now they have both a 345k. That's a pretty nice increase. The more the base HP you have on your heroes, the higher the bonus you will have. To see if we can accumulate the buffs, I decided to add Nordak to the team, and in fact it's not working. With her only, I was able to get 345k HP on my heroes, but now I have a 406k. But in fact it's normal because they have now the bonus given by Nordak. On the exclusive 3, he is giving 35% max HP on my heroes instead of 15% for her. But if I remove her from the team, they still have the same amount. So in fact, the stronger bonus in your team will take effect only, and you can't accumulate the bonuses. And then let's talk about the amazing part of the exclusive 2. At the beginning of each wave, all your heroes are gonna have that bonus, that buff Melodious Twiddle, during which they will be immune to counterattacks and pursue, so that's a great thing, and they can't take more than 25% of damage at once. But be careful, because if you have an enemy in front dealing multiple stages of damage at once with one attack, every stage can't deal more than 25% of your max HP, but if you accumulate all the stages, it can still kill you. But if you have some enemies with only one stage of damage, for example if you have a Sun Wukong in front, it can be game changer. Melodious Twiddle is gonna last 2 turns of ERATO, and after the end of Melodious Twiddle on your heroes, you will reduce all enemies' HP by 15%. You can proc that effect 2 times during ERATO's turn. It's gonna be reset at her turn, in fact. So if you are taking multiple pursuing attacks or counter attacks on one hero in your team, then the last ones are gonna work until ERATO's turn, and then she's gonna reset that at the beginning of her turn. So let's check what it does. Counter attack in front, enemies can't pursue my Nereid, but if I attack them now, it's not gonna work anymore. So if I do that, they are gonna counterattack my Nereid. And now she died. If you check my stats now, I have a really bad amount of HP and defense, but the target has a lot of attack, crit rate, crit damage, so normally he should kill me directly, but in fact it's not happening because of the passive and the exclusive 2 of ERATO. So let's use the ultimate. They can't counterattack. I'm gonna use that skill now. They can't counterattack. Okay, they killed me because I have a few stats only on my heroes, but you see the efficiency of the exclusive 2. That's an amazing one. The exclusive 3 is gonna increase by a lot her damage. On the first active skill, for example, she is now gonna have 10 stages of damage, but the 5 extra stages of attack are gonna ignore the shield, the immortal, and damage immunity. 35% of the original damage for every stage, so it's gonna deal less damage than the original. But if you are targeting a boss, the damage are gonna be the same as the first stages of damage, so 100%. You are gonna basically double the damage on the boss with the first active skill, which is really strong, considering the fact that by casting the ultimate now, she will pursue and attack the enemies using the first active skill. In fact, when she has 20 layers of Rich Harmony on her own, so on a long fight, she will cast the first active skill directly after using the ultimate if they haven't triggered the pursue and attack effect of Burst Node. And to trigger that, you need to make the target lose 70% of max HP one time per wave. But don't worry, because now it can happen multiple times, because after you are gonna cast the ultimate, it's gonna reset the chance to trigger the pursue and attack effect of Burst Node. And also, if there are less than 5 enemies, you are going to reduce the cooldown of the ultimate by 1 turn per enemies missing on the field. Which means that on a boss, you can cast that skill all the time. So if you want to check the exclusive 3, sadly in PvP, it might not be as strong as it seems to be, because you need some layers of harmony, and the targets need to have less than 30% health if you want to pursue with that skill after using the ultimate. So let's check if it does make something different than before, and as you can see, Okay, I killed everyone in front because they took a lot of damage, and she started to pursue with the first active skill, and thanks to the exclusive 3, she has more stages of damage on the first active skill, and so she deals more damage. So that's a good point for PvP. Look at all the damage they are taking with the first active skill thanks to the exclusive 3. If you want to see the difference, now she is only exclusive 2, I'm gonna recast the same skill. And you can clearly see that now you have less damage taken on enemies. So the exclusive 3 is really strong, but it's gonna be even better on a long fight. Once you have the 20 layers of harmony, and if the enemies fall down below 30% HP, you are gonna kill them super easy. Okay, so that was all about the skills and the exclusives of the hero. Now let's check the stats you need. HP, mastery first, then add some effect hits so she can apply the HP burnings, and some speed so she can play more often. And for that, I'm gonna use these sets. Endurance to have more HP and mastery at once, and mastery sets. They are great on her. These are the emblems I am gonna use. Everything to increase the dot damage on the left, and on the right more HP, less damage when she has a shield, more effect hit on the first turn, cooldown reduction, increase the duration on attribute buffs, she applies a Resolute 2 on the ultimate, so that can help, and more speed after applying some buffs and debuffs. For the blessings, try to increase her max HP with some HP rate first or flat HP, then the HP burning damage or the mastery, and then it's up to you to add some extra at the bottom to have a bit more stats, but generally it's not gonna make a big difference on that kind of hero. For the aura, I recommend to use that one to have more HP and effect hit. The more the HP on her, the better the survivability and the damage with the HP burnings. And she's gonna have a bit more effect hits, so you won't have to add that much with the gear. If you can't afford that one, the classic blue mastery aura will do the job. And if you want a purple, you can use that one on her. But she is here to deal a lot of damage, and so 18% of mastery on her is not that great. The blue one will be better to have more damage with her. And for the echo, if you want an epic one, you can use that one, so she's gonna have a bit more health and a bit more mastery. That one is a great one to have more HP on her and more HP burning damage. Or you can use her own if you have it, to have more HP, more mastery and more skill damage. Now let's try her in different content. And I'm gonna start with the Wuthering Coast. You wanna take that buff to increase your HP burning damage, and that's the team I am gonna use. I have Guhana inside. You can replace Guhana by Anhijin if you have Anhijin. Mamelo is great to increase the HP burning damage of your team by 50% with a debuff and to deal high damage too. Adeline is great to deal single target HP burning damage. And Nereid is great to deal some damage and increase the damage of your team. So that's the result I can have with 0 exclusive on her. 2,341. If you want to know, before having her, I was using Anhijin, and if you try that, that's the score I have at the end. A bit worse than using her. And she is only exclusive 0 for now. An average of 2,300,000 when I'm using her and 330 million damage on her. In the Purgatory of 7 scenes, you can try to use that kind of team. You need 3 HP burners and she can apply the Sever Wand. But you can't rely on that because you need to hit multiple times, at least twice the boss using the first active skill. But you have 5 enemies, so it's gonna be super hard to rely on that. So let's use the first active skill and let's see what am I talking about. I'm gonna target the boss and you are gonna check, okay, I was lucky that time to apply the Sever Wand on the boss, but generally it's not working all the time. So I'm gonna run the fight in auto and we are gonna see what happens. With that team you will have a lot of AoE damage, and so you should kill the minions and control them thanks to both Nicholas if you have him and Nereid. So that's a great team to use. First active skill again, 5 enemies in front. I'm still gonna focus the boss, and now he doesn't have the Sever Wand. So I can continue the fight, but I won't have the skill in time and the boss is gonna heal after using the ultimate. So it's not working on that content when she is exclusive 0. But maybe that with the exclusive 3 you are gonna have more stage of a damage with the first active skill, and maybe you are gonna have more chance to apply the Sever Wand and more damage to kill the waves, so normally you should apply more often the Sever Wand on the boss. We will check that later. because now he healed and he is probably gonna kill my hero soon. So exclusive 0 is not that great for that content. Or at least it's great but not for a high stage. In the Faction Abyss, we are gonna check her efficiency. Stage 30, and that's the team I'm gonna use. No Bull that time. Is she gonna replace Bull? Probably. We are gonna check that. Look at that, pursue on everyone. That's terrible. She is just completely destroying the waves because they all lost some HP and she pursued one time per enemy. That's amazing. Is she gonna do the same here? There is no smart casting on my team and now they are starting to lose some health, and look at that, she is just ending the wave so easy. Okay, so I was able to tank the first attack of the boss. Is it gonna work? First HP bar down on the boss. Pretty amazing for a team without any smart casting. That's the first time I'm trying that. Am I gonna kill the boss without losing any hero? Close. And there we go, the boss is dead. 12 turns on the boss, 72 turns in total, and look at her damage, better than Nereid, 5 exclusives. So she is amazing for that content. And what about PvP now? I'm gonna use that team and see what it does. And normally we should see a difference once she will have some exclusives on her, because there is an Atkins in front and my highest damage dealer is Donald Rebelli, so Atkins is gonna pursue and attack my Donald. But without any exclusive, as you can see, she can pursue my Donald, so she is still gonna try to kill him. Okay, look at the damage she is doing. That's amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna win the fight, I'm gonna exit, so after that I'm gonna retry the same battle. Time to add the first exclusive. So let's try with the same team in the Wuthering Coast. Normally the boss will take more layers of magic sound, and so normally he should take more damage over time. So the damage should be way higher than before. 2300 to beat. Let's check if there is a difference. And for now, I was expecting better than that. And a bit less? What the hell is that? Let's run the fight to understand what happens. Every time my heroes are gonna use a skill, the boss is gonna get one layer of magic sound, so now he is already gonna take more damage. And she is getting some layers of harmony, so normally she should deal way more damage with the first active skill. And so her score should be better at the end, but maybe I deal too much damage and I die before the end. Okay, so apparently I survived until the end, but the score is still the same as before. And she has the same amount of damage with the exclusive one, which is not normal, because normally she should have a way more damage than before. She can stack up to 100 layers of harmony, which means that normally with her first active skill she should deal way more damage to the target. So I don't get it. Let's check again versus the Purgatory of 7 Sins to see if it did make a difference, just to see if I'm gonna have more damage and kill the enemies faster than before. Yeah, she is getting layers of harmony faster than before, so normally she should deal more damage to enemies using the first active skill and kill the minions faster. Is it gonna work? And look at that, all the pursuits, that's amazing, I love that. Okay, so one ad is dead, but I don't have the 7-1 on the boss. He's gonna take his turn soon and he will heal all his lost health. Yeah, there we go, so it's still not working, of course, because of that 7-1. But normally the damage are a bit better than before. Let's check again the Faction Abyss to see if I can clear the content with less than 72 turns. I changed nothing, no smart casting. First wave down after 6 turns only. And by the way, it seems like she is losing the layers after waves. Second wave already down, 15 turns. That's super efficient. Okay, so let's try to kill the boss with less than 72 turns. First HP bar down. I'm getting closer to the 72 turns. Is it gonna work? Is it better than before? You're gonna see that I'm gonna need more than 72 turns that time. Look at that. It seems weaker than before. 74 turns, almost the same as before, so apparently the exclusive one does not change anything at all. I had the same result in the Wuthering Coast, in the Purgatory of 7 Sins, in the Faction Abyss, and I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna have the same result in that content too. Let's check that. Maybe the difference is gonna be better on enemies who have less HP than bosses. Okay, pretty nice damage, but that's as before. So for now, there is no difference at all. I'm shocked. I was expecting something from the first exclusive, but it seems like it's not changing anything at all. So let's try to add the second exclusive on her. And let's try again the different content. Wuthering Coast first. Am I gonna have more damage? Same damage as before. It's not impacting the damage. So that was intended. Same score as always. Let's try the Purgatory. The boss has only one stage of damage, so normally he shouldn't deal too much damage to my heroes at once. And that's gonna be game changer, in my opinion. Maybe she's gonna be the hero with the 7-1 you are gonna use on every team in that content. So before I was close to lose the apple on my heroes all the time. So we will see if it changed something. For now, I'm not even losing the shield. Okay, what just happened? I took way more than 25% health in one attack here. Okay, probably because it can happen only twice. No 7-1 on the boss and he healed again. So it is still not working on that content. Is it gonna change something on the Hidden Wave Faction Abyss? Let's find out. 13 turns before the boss wave, and normally on the first attacks of the boss I should save a lot of life on my heroes, so it's a bit safer to begin the fight in fact. But it's not gonna change the turns needed to beat the boss normally. 39 turns, first HP bar down. Okay, and now she destroyed the boss. What just happened? 51 turns to clear the fight. In fact, my heroes deal a bit more damage because on that specific content they have 15% more HP. The more the health on my HP burning heroes, the more the damage they are gonna do. So she deals more damage and my Nereid deals more damage too. But in fact you have no impact in the Wuthering Coast because in the same team I'm also using Mamelo and he is increasing the HP of my heroes. And only the strongest bonus will take effect. That's why I had no damage difference with that team in the Wuthering Coast. And same comment for the Purgatory of 7 Sins because I'm also using Sun Wukong. What about PvP now? I'm gonna take less pursuing attacks from Atkins and Sun Wukong. So let's try that. And they can't deal too much damage on me at once. At least at the beginning of the fight. Yeah, look at that. I just lost my shield on one hero, on my Sun Wukong, and I was way safer during the run. Okay, time to add the exclusive 3 and check the difference with her damage. Normally, she should deal way more damage than before. She should be more consistent with the 7-1 on the bosses and be way better, in fact, in every content. So let's check the difference first on the Wuthering Coast. There we go, first attempt. And now there is a huge difference. With only one exclusive, I have a 1,200,000,000 more damage. Look at that, 1,000,000,000 more damage on her own. The game is so balanced. Only one exclusive and the exclusive 3 as always, and it's changing everything as always. This is terrible. I hate that. Try to make things more balanced. Let's try to see if it does make a difference in the Purgatory of 7 Sins using the same team. To see if I'm gonna have the 7-1 more often on the boss. First active skill, 7-1 on the boss. And look at the damage. The minions are dying so fast. Okay, the minions are revived. I still have the 7-1 on the boss. 50 layers of harmony on her, so she will deal more damage on the first active skill normally. And thanks to the exclusive 3, she should cast it more often during the fight. No 7-1 anymore on the boss. Okay, 7-1 again. And now the result is way better than before. So normally I should be able to kill the boss. He's gonna revive the minions one more time. So I need to kill them fast to have more chance to apply the Save Wand on the boss. Save Wand again. %6 health remaining on the boss. He is almost dead. Look at all the damage he's taking. And look at that, I'm taking almost no damage at all, so I have a huge survivability thanks to her, I have crazy damage thanks to her and the Save Wand. And there we go, the boss is dead. So the exclusive 3 changes everything on the character. She is a good hero without any exclusive at all, but once she has the exclusive 3, she is going crazy. Look at the damage. Okay, time to try again the Faction Abyss. There we go, first wave. So it's gonna go super fast, 4 turns, as before. Probably the same for the second wave. Yeah, there we go, 14 turns, boss wave already. How many turns am I gonna need to kill the boss? Look at that. His health is burning away. 35 turns, first HP bar down. And he's dead, 47 turns. Did you see that? In one turn, I destroyed half his health in one attack. This is completely crazy, 76 million damage. And what about PvP now? I'm still gonna use that team, and we are gonna see how fast I can kill the opponent. And by the way, I'm opening the fight with the skill 3 of Lydia, so I have less damage. Okay, I can't see a big difference. The damage are almost the same as before, but yeah, she deals a bit more now, and she can damage the enemy through the damage immunity, so it helps in that content. I wanna try something more before ending the video. Gwyneth 40, because now normally she should be the best hero to use on that content, right? So I'm gonna use her instead of Jingle Bell. So I wonder how much damage she is gonna release on the boss. Oh no, there we go, she is going crazy again. But there is Pauline on the first turn, and that's why the wave is a bit annoying. 38 turns, second wave. Enemies are frozen. 4 pumpkins on Little Jack, so he's gonna start dealing high damage on the boss after that. More pursuits. She's pretty strong to end the waves. Yeah, look at that. Amazing, 60 turns. Only the boss remaining, he has the Save Wand. I wonder how many turns will I need to kill the boss though? For now he is taking a lot of damage. Thanks to both her and Little Jack. Yeah, Little Jack is destroying the boss, but now I have the Save Wand. I'm super safe with my heroes, and the boss is just dying so easy. Yeah, look at that. Look at that, this is so strong. 123 turns, and the boss Gwyneth 40 is dead. That's huge! She is insane for that content. Amazing hero. So, my final thoughts about the hero. She is a great hero. Even at E0, she's gonna increase by a lot the damage of your HP burning team in the Wuthering Coast. She's gonna help you a lot in the Faction Abyss, and she can help you to apply the 7-1 on Gwyneth. And by the way, remember that for every layer of magic sound on the target is gonna have less mastery resistance, and so you are gonna deal more dot damage with your other heroes. And that's why I destroyed Gwyneth with Little Jack. You don't need any exclusive at all for that. You can even think about using Nita with her without any exclusive on ERATO, and you should probably deal more damage with her. Then when you start unlocking some exclusives, the first one, I feel like it's bugged or it's not gonna change anything, but normally if you check the first exclusive, she should get more damage on that skill, because normally she should get some rich harmony faster and more harmony up to 100, but normally she should have 2.5% more damage using the first active skill on the enemy, but it seems like it's changing nothing apparently. The second exclusive is gonna be great in PvP because your heroes are not gonna take too much damage at once, 25% maximum in one stage of attack, so be careful, because if you have some heroes in front dealing multiple stages of damage, you are still gonna take a 25% maximum but per stage of attack, so you need to pay attention to that. But then, still with the second exclusive, it's gonna prevent your heroes from taking some counterattacks or pursuits multiple times during the fight, so it can help you to survive better. And then, the exclusive 3 is the masterpiece of the hero. It's gonna unlock her full potential. She's gonna deal way more damage, using way more often the first active skill on enemies, and you are gonna have more chance to apply the 7-1 on the target. So once you have the exclusive 3, she's gonna be better for the Purgatory of 7 scenes, and she's gonna deal way more damage in every content. So in fact, she is a great hero, one of the best we have today in the game for every content of the game. Let me know what do you think about her in the comment below. Have a nice day guys, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.